Hello, and welcome to another walkthrough from Web Wonks. Today, we're going to talk about a conversion-based audience list. That is a new feature that Google Ads account is offering at the moment. So initially, Google advised all our premium partner agencies that we should be enabling an enhanced conversion feature on our accounts. So an enhanced conversion feature basically picks up the email address a user has entered when they are either making a transaction online, whether they are submitting a form on the website, or whether they are signing up to a newsletter. And that email address actually gets hashed with some data. So it does not declare what that actual email address is, but then it feeds back into the Google Ads platform to say, this user actually has made a conversion, or whether it's a purchase, whether it's a form submission on the website, so that they understand the user journey a little bit better. So that was the first step on enhanced conversions. The second step was when they asked us to create a first party data list in your Google Ads account. So what that means is if you have a EDM list, like for example, you send emails using Mailchimp, you use Drip, you use Campaign Monitor, or any other CRM tool that you're using. So if you download that list or connect that with direct integration into Google Ads account, you can actually use the email addresses of these users and hash them and then use their data back into Google Ads account to say, these are the people who are very likely to purchase from me first because they have either converted before, or and then you basically ask Google, go and find similar people out there who are more likely to do similar things. So a third step to the same ecosystem is where enhanced conversion, first party data. The third step is actually a customer audience conversion based audience match list. So what this does is, so Google obviously has this data from the first step where they pick up the email address for this user. So they don't just have the data for that one email address of that user. What they also have is the same user actually goes to some other websites. They have been looking at cars, they have been looking at boats, they have been looking at buying a house. I mean, all the data is based on your Google Chrome history. So they know what your signals are, what type of searches you are making, what your age group is, what your location is. So they can actually have a lot more information about you to actually serve you better ads, which are more targeted, better for what exactly you are searching for and what you would basically like as well. So this is all privacy based. We don't know who's who. Every data is anonymized. We just see a number on our screen when we are looking at how many people are in the screen on that list. We have no idea who is who. But what basically Google allows us to do then is, based on this audience list, you can actually create more audience list like lookalike, so that people can actually search who are more likely to purchase from you. And also the same people, if they've not converted yet, they can actually come back to you as well. So why all these extra steps of like targeting users is happening in 2025, for example? So what actually has changed in the last few years is with the privacy policies, with the GDPR, with all the digital laws that have been passed throughout the countries. So browsers do not allow a lot more tracking to happen by themselves. So previously, everything in your browser used to be cookie based. You will have astronomical level of cookies in your browsers, and based on those cookies, a lot of data will be stored, a lot of data will be shared. But however, what is happening now is browsers like Safari, browsers like Mozilla Firefox, Brave, they don't allow a longer cookie duration. So unless you have something called server-side tagging done, you will not be able to capture the cookie of the user longer than 7 days and sometimes only 24 hours. That means if you have a product that takes users to have a longer user journey, they will need to be obviously understand on your data that these people are the same people who saw something previously. So they have been on my website, they looked at something and they didn't like it, or they liked it. Are they still thinking about it? So all of those journey points are really important for you to track so that your Google Ads can actually show them relevant ads. And Google Ads or Meta, for example, as well, does not count them as, hey, wait a second, here's a new user, I should show them this one ad. Next 2 days later, the same person is making the search again, a similar ad or a brand new ad or a different product ad shows up, not to the product what they already saw or what they were likely to purchase. So all of this was actually to in that ecosystem to understand the user journey, because no one's user journey is as straightforward as we think. People take multiple steps, people wait on multiple days, and they don't, I mean, they talk to their friends, they look at the reviews, they're watching some YouTube videos. Everything is part of that user journey of how likely or where are in their stage of making a decision to purchase from you. So having this extra piece of information where you can actually have a conversion based audience list in Google Ads is actually a very powerful tool, where you can actually use this conversion based audience list and automatically look for more people who are like that, who are already converting on your website. And if they are already in a journey or somewhere, just to keep them updated of like what's happening. So it's like an extra EDM list that you can actually basically go back to. So there is a setting in a configuration setting in your Google Ads account that needs to be enabled for you to be able to first set up the conversion based audience list. Second, then you need to actually adjust your campaigns to target this new audience list, to give them the correct signals that these are the people who are more likely to purchase from me. So yeah, it's very, very good, very useful tool. There are obviously the privacy concerns we understand. According to Google, they actually have this whole data is hashed. It is actually used a first party data, so you don't have to worry about that anybody will be able to see that data out. And even when we are as agency partner, when we are looking into reporting, we are only looking at one and twos. We don't know who's who as well. There is also a threshold, so to safeguard that privacy. So for a shopping campaign, for a Gmail campaign, you need at least 100 active users in the last 30 days to be able to target that list. And for a search campaign, for YouTube advertising, you need at least 1,000 people in your list. So with these thresholds, it's not like there was one person who converted on your website in the last 7 days, and we are basically targeting that one person. The list needs to be at least 100 active users in the last 30 days strong. So then it is anonymized, it is hashed, and Google is very safely and securely able to target those people for you as well. Yeah, so if you are interested in that, we would say you can talk to your project managers about it, and this is something we can actually definitely enable in your ad accounts. Thank you. Bye.